Hello everybody, it's Fufu here again, and we're doing another experiment. Thank you for all the support on my videos, I always really appreciate it. And as always, if you have a question that you want answered in an experiment video, please leave a comment in the comment section below. Today is going to be a follow-on from my Ash Greninja video. I wanted to see if you could trace Battle Bond from Greninja with Battle Bond, and you just can't, it just fails. So today I'm going to look at Ditto and whether it can transform into a Battle Bond Greninja, then KO a Pokemon, and then become Ash Greninja by the ability, because that's how the ability works. I'm not sure if this is going to work, because I'm not sure if Ditto will, I don't know if it can change forms, that's the thing. But we're gonna see, we're gonna try this out, because there are cases where it does change forms. I'm pretty sure if it transforms into an Aegislash, it will get the stance change ability and it will actually work, but I'm not sure how it works in this case. I really don't know about this one. I would say it probably isn't going to work, which would be a little bit disappointing because it does seem just like an ability rather than it changing form. Yeah, it's hard to tell, but we're gonna do this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna transform into the Battle Bond Greninja with my Ditto and just fire off a Water Shuriken straight away. I'll switch straight into my Talonflame. So we'll do this. I'm holding ignore the Z move thing. I don't have any Z moves that I can use. Battle Bond Greninja can use a Z move though. People were asking about that. Some people weren't yet sure, but because Greninja can just hold an item, it doesn't need an item to change forms. Ash Greninja can definitely use a Z move. I'm hoping to get quite a lot of hits so that I don't have to do 2 hits. Come on, Ditto. So we're hoping to get 3 hits this time, and with this thing, I'll just go for an agility because it won't do anything, and I just want to get this KO with Ditto. So we've got 1, 2. I really hope that it changes form. Ditto is not wanting to work for me today. Holy crap! 2 hits. How disappointing. I also want to check something else, which I'll go into in a second, because obviously if this doesn't work and if it doesn't change forms, then the ability doesn't work, but I want to see if it copies an Ash Greninja's ability. And no, it's looking pretty much like the Ditto cannot change forms, so that is quite interesting. What I'm going to do now, does that just mean that the ability doesn't work? What I'm going to do now is switch out to my Geodude in the back and go for Water Shuriken with the real Greninja, and then get Ditto to transform into the opposing Greninja and see if its Water Shuriken changes. So see if though it can't change form itself, see whether it can still get the Battle Bond boost once it is transformed into Ash Greninja. So that would be quite an interesting one to see. So it does have Battle Bond, just if you were wondering whether my Greninja had Battle Bond at all. It does. It's going to transform, and Ditto will be able to transform into that Ash Greninja there. And I'm going to check whether the Water Shuriken of my Ditto is going to hit 3 times and do more damage, for example. So let's get into this and see. I might have to do some calculations after, but I'm hoping if it doesn't work, it just won't hit that many times. I guess the best thing for me to do with this Greninja is probably just go for a Night Slash because it won't be very powerful. So the Water Shuriken obviously goes first. It hits once, twice. It only hits 2 times. That's crazy. So Battle Bond just doesn't work. That is mental. I didn't think that would be the case. That is really, really interesting. Okay, so Night Slash did way more damage as well. So I'll go for Water Shuriken with this other Greninja and show you the difference. So when it transforms into Ash Greninja, Water Shuriken's base damage is boosted to 25 damage per hit, when it's normally a lot less. And also, it is guaranteed to hit 3 times every time. It doesn't change, it always hits 3 times. So this one only hitting twice means that Battle Bond is not working. That is so interesting. Really interesting. So that was a really cool experiment. So you'll see this Water Shuriken should do considerably more. Well, actually it's doing pretty similar amount of damage, but you can see that it's going to hit 3 times and no more. So yeah. Okay. Very interesting. I didn't think it would work like that, but that's exactly how it works. So yeah. Let's just Water Shuriken for the win. Someone's gonna... I think, yeah. Let's see how many times we hit this time. Let's see if we can get 5 hits with an Ash Greninja. That'll be pretty fun. I bet it's just going to be 2 again though, because that's all... Oh no, we've got the 3rd. Okay, it hits 3 times there, just to make it a bit more confusing. But you saw that the first time it only hit twice. And that is all the evidence we need for it to mean that Ditto just can't benefit from Battle Bond at all. It can't transform, and it doesn't even get the Water Shuriken boost if it transforms into Ash Greninja. So that's really, really interesting information. That's going to be all for today, guys. Please let me know your thoughts in the description, whether you predicted that or whether you thought that maybe it would transform, or even if you didn't think it would transform, whether you thought it might get the Water Shuriken boost that Ash Greninja gets. But yeah, that's going to be all for today. Thank you very much for all your support. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. All that is left to be said is I've been Fufu, you've been awesome, and hopefully see you next time. Goodbye.